afternoon. Hey, everybody. Hey, we had to come back because the Father was really on our minds about what's been said in the video that's been put out. I just want to let everybody know that the Father spoke, and He spoke to me, and He said that when the people saw the last video, they thought you was crazy. They're like, what in the world he's studying? They're trying to figure out where you at, what you're doing. Well, I'm finna tell you, this is why he got me back here tonight. He stopped me in the middle of what I was doing. And he said, Eddie, get your book. I'm going to show you something. And I want you to share it with the people. So, lo and behold, that's what I'm doing. If you will, go to birth sheet or Genesis. What you see is on my phone, that one I'm reading. I'm reading out of the Decipher. If you don't have the Decipher or the ISR 2000 or the Sacred Word, it's going to be pretty hard for you to even understand what we're talking about, because all you got is American Standard Bibles, American translators. And this thing wasn't American. We serve a Hebrew father who growed up a Hebrew nation dealing with Hebrew people. We have a Hebrew Messiah. And we is Hebrews. Now, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you do it or not, it don't change the facts. Now, my question is this. If he's Hebrew, and everything about them is Hebrew, New Jerusalem is Hebrew, why are you trying to take it and make it American? I'll show you why I say that. Because all our Christian teaching came from an American perspective. And the American perspective, I'm here to tell you, the interpretation is way off. It's not what the Messiah is saying. Watch this. In the beginning, Elohim created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without void. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Ra Elohim moved upon the face of the waters. Elohim say, let there be light. And there was light. And Elohim saw that the light was good. And Elohim divided the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the day light and the darkness night. And the evening and the morning was the first day. Now when you read that, your mind automatically switched into English. And you say, light, what's behind me, brightness, fills the place. And you say day, okay, that's meaning light came through and this is what we are standing for. This is the time and place, that's day. Dark, meaning night, that there was no light. And that was the first day. Okay? I want you to really stop and read your word, because I'm going to come from the back part before I go to the front part. And I'm going to give you facts. The fourth day, he created the sun and the moon. The greater light by day and a lesser night by night. So my question is this. What was lighting the earth as you know it? First, second, and third day. You tell me. See, you can't tell me that because why? Your English mind will not let you conceive. No matter how much you read it, you ain't going to believe it. That the first, second, and third was spiritual, was not natural. We came into our first 24-hour day on the fourth day, when he created the sun that represents the greater light. And he created the moon that represents the lesser light. The moon is the light of darkness, and the sun is the light of day. I'm finna show you something. I want you to follow it, because I'm not going to give you scriptures and do all the work for you like we've been doing. I've been having somebody read and give you all these scriptures, and you still didn't believe. So the Father said, go this way. Let them do it on their own. You give them what I say, and that's it. Because why? That spirit that is running rampant, and I'm real serious about this. That you judge people when you don't know. As he spoke to me and said, a lot of you, even the ones that know me, said he's crazy. But I'm going to show you just how crazy I am. All right. Let's do a word study. Not your kind of study. See, this is what differs me from you. I do word study. I go by word for word. Now, that phrase, let there be light, in American understanding, we know the word light to be brightness, whatnot. But that's not Hebrew understanding. Hebrew understanding, the word is yeti, meaning Y-E-H-I, yeti. Or Yeti, Yeti, one of the two, either one. Potatoes, tomatoes, however you want to speak it, it's fine. But that word means what you saw light, that you say, oh, it means light. No. That word Yeti, if you put it back into the Hebrew words, like was originally in the sacred Torah, Yeti means he will be, or you will be, or they will be, or it would be. Now, if you think I'm storing, go to your Google. Ask your Google, what does light mean in Hebrew? And it'll show you that where you thinking illumination, it ain't talking about illumination. See, the spiritual meaning of light and darkness is how to win a warfare against the forces of darkness. That's why in the beginning he separated light from darkness, letting you know, watch this, that the prince of darkness is not light no more. Letting you know what happened in heaven. There was a split where he is the father of light. He is the father of the light. The brightness of him, that it ain't going to be needing no sun or not. He is light. And the adversary is darkness. Remember, he called himself, I want y'all to hear me on this, and I want you to stop with all this contradicting and listen to what the Spirit is saying. He called himself in existence that he may show that just as the sun is a greater light over the moon, he is the sun. He is the greater light over the darkness, which is Satan. Satan has a place and a power. That's why he is the moon. He's the night part. He's the lesser light. And the book says that man loved darkness rather than he do light. And how true that is. But see, as I said, I'm not going to give you all these scriptures. I'm going to let you do work on your own. See, the meaning of that verse, that he separated darkness from light. The forces of darkness was warring against the forces of light. As the dragon drew his tail, he grabbed the 1/3 part of the stars. And they war with Michael and the angels. But they was not strong enough. That's why the moon and darkness is the lesser light. It's not strong enough. Not to beat our Father. And see, light comes from only one thing. Our Elohim, who is the Father of light. And light giveth life. See, you haven't realized this. You haven't realized this. The light represents life. Darkness represents death. And a lot of you haven't understood that this book that you're studying and you're reading, get away from your English interpretation. That's just like taking a Spanish dictionary and try to study English with it. Won't work. Because just like we got slang words, like our words, I tell you, you cool. In the dictionary, cool represent weather, temperature. But in our language, cool represent that you are right. And this is what every Hebrew scholar is trying to get you to understand. When they translated this word, they only put what their definition meant. When it took away from the content of the word completely. Because see, light and darkness, the spiritual meaning of light and darkness is how to win a war against the forces of darkness. Light comes from the Father, who is the only Elohim in the heaven. The spiritual re-meaning of light, or the representation, is life. The adversary he represents, which is dark, and the spiritual representation, meaning death. And see, you don't get that when you read it in your spiritual interpretation. You got illumination and a complete blackout. That's your dark and light. When he's talking about life and death. He's talking about a spiritual thing. That's why he said my thoughts and your thoughts is not the same. My ways and your ways is not the same. See, you study this thing your ways. He stopped me and he said, no, I want you to give them this. Watch this. That ain't where it stopped at. I want you to go to your tablets or superphones or whatever. And I want you to type in Old Earth Creation, word study, Y-O-M, Yom, meaning that's what light, the Hebrew word of light is, Yom, Y-O-M. And you will see that the day, as you put it, which let me get it right. The Hebrew word for day is yom, Y-O-N, which you say light. The word for light is Yeti, Yeti, excuse me, Yeti, Y-E-H-I, Yeti. The word for day is Yom, Y-O-N. Light, I'll go back again to help you out again. Yeti, Y-E-H-I. Type it in and you'll see it. That's the word for light. Word for day is Yom, Y-O-M. And you will see in the Hebrew text that you thinking day meaning 24 hours. That's a day. That's where, you say day. Or when you were studying in your Christian understanding, they told you that the Hebrew day was from sunrise to sunset. You say, oh, day. So that's a day. Yes. Oh, as soon as dark came, that was a day. Well, I hate to break this to you, but guess what? You was wrong. Because why? The day that you know only came in the fourth day, when he created a sun and a moon. Now that's your day. Now you could try to contradict me and say I'm wrong and this and that, but hey, truth is truth. Whether you like it, whether you want to accept it, whether you don't want to accept it, you ain't going to change truth. That's truth. The sun wasn't created until the fourth day. All you Bible scholars that teaching all this stuff, teach it right. Yom mean day. And it's not only used for this word, day, as you put it. It's not only used for that. But Yom, it means time, it means year, it means age, it means ago, it means always, it means season, it means chronicles, it means continue, it means even more. All the meanings for your word day. Now my question is this. Which meaning was he talking about in Genesis? Because if you read it, I mean, this word yom switch up so much in Genesis. You as a American in understanding can never decipher this because you don't speak Hebrew. See, and the funny thing about it, watch this. This really going to blow you away. Because I'm finna get to darkness next, but I got to really blow you away on this one. The creation in the Garden of Eden, as you understand it, a lot of y'all have not even came to this perception. And I'm going to get to that because I'm also going to get to something else. But let me stick to my topic right now. The creation in the Garden of Eden, a lot of y'all are saying, well, this is the first when man was on earth. Wrong. The Garden of Eden was the establishment of the bloodline from Yahuwah himself. He created man from the dust and put his blood in him. Now you saying he created man. Watch this. He created the bloodline for us to be able to have the right to the tree of life through the Garden of Eden. Because why? Man was already here. All you're reading from Genesis is a complete illustration what have happened to us to bring us where we is now. It ain't about no natural crap that you trying to think of. It's about a spiritual being that spoke itself in existence, hovered over a place where a big devastation went through. You can't comprehend this because why? Your mind's still stuck on that Christian stupid stuff. But our Father hovered over this place and said to himself, now, this is a good place where I can start my bloodline. I can open up and begin to speak and show these people that I am the light, I am life. And the enemy who fought against me and the angels, he is darkness. I'm giving him this privilege just to show him that no matter what he do, death is his ticket. And all who love darkness rather than life, that's your ticket. See, watch this. Go. Type in your little fingers. www.biblestudy2.com. And ask yourself, what does HASAK stand for? Hasak. What does Hasak mean? Or Hasak? What does that mean? That means darkness. That's the definition of darkness. That is the word that was in the word before they called themselves transliterating it. And that word means that if the light represents the Messiah, then the darkness represents the anti-Messiah. And y'all just losing it through a translation that you don't. Because see, he's telling me that you got to know this. You got to get this. Every blood-washed Hebrew Israelite got to get this. I'm going to give you another nugget because I'm going to leave you with a cliffhanger on this one. You think in yourself that everything that you read in that contaminated book, you forgot that they stripped anything that got a Hebrewic understanding out of that book. And for y'all to say that I'm crazy or I'm studying something loony, I take that as a compliment. Because you want to know why? I'm really in the Word. I'm really in the Hebrew study. And I'm doing a word study. Not from a Christian point of view, but from the Hebrew point of view. And this going to throw you for a complete loop. Them Jews that you call the chosen people is not. Remember, Yahushua HaMashiach told the disciples to go to the lost sheep of Israel. He didn't say go to the Jewish nation. He said the lost sheep of Israel. Because why? We are the chosen ones. And a lot of y'all don't realize by the blood. You only trace yourself back to Yahushua HaMashiach. But I'm going to give you this cliffhanger and I'm gone. Adam, pure blood of Elohim, the Father. Had nothing to do with man or woman. He was form of the Father, breathed breath to the life, blood in his veins was straight from Elohim himself. Eve, bloodline of the Father. No man birthed her. No woman gave birth to her. Straight from Adam's rib, he formed the breath, put the breath in her, blood running warm in her veins. Just a cliffhanger. You ready? Hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for this one. The Christians teach you that the bloodline or the birth line came through Seth, right? Oh, how true they was. Because Cain's blood was contaminated when Satan, the darkness, entered into him to kill Abel. His blood was contaminated. That's why the mark was put in his forehead. Oh, This is why he said, Father, this punishment is too harsh for me. Because they, which he's talking about the other people who was outside the garden, will see me and kill me. Well, my question is this to you. How Cain knew about a they? How can Cain come up with a statement that somebody else will kill me when, in your Christian teaching, it was only Adam, Eve, Cain, Abel. Cain killed Abel. You're going to come and try to tell me, oh, the daughters wasn't recorded. So you're telling me what I've been telling you all along. Your Christian word is wrong. Because why? The Father didn't create it, nobody else. So Cain couldn't, but he had a stick for a wife. You do the math. Since you say I'm crazy for trying to show you the true revelation from the Hebrew word, not from that contaminated, translated, transliterated word that you have. Because you want to know the funny thing about it? The King James Version, only thing King James did was want to make a name for himself. He didn't give a rat's butt about anything in that book, whether it was this, whether it was that. Because why? Before he changed it after 1611, you didn't see Jesus nowhere. You seen the Greek word, Iesos. And when you look it up in Hebrew, it means horse. And I know you saying, oh, every word in some other language means some other thing. But this gonna kill you. You serving a Hebrew God, as you put it. He's a Hebrew Elohim. And all his ways is Hebrew. So now what you gonna do with your changing self. You can convince yourself all you want that it's all right to change. Nowhere in the Word the Father said change any day. Nowhere in the Word the Father said begin to worship the sacrifice over the Savior. Even the sacrifice name meaning that Yah saves. Cliffhanger. Tell me where Cain got the mindset to say, those people gonna kill me. Where he get it from? You want to know what I'm finna tell you? Guess what? Shalom.